Another homesteading at its finest video here, and I just wanted to show one of my favorite axes for making kindling is this Gränsforsbruk axes, made in Sweden. I bought this around 2012 at a store up in Canada, actually, if I remember correctly, in Ottawa. Anyway, this is a nice axe. Is it an endorsement? Yes, I think so, because it's well made. I have put linseed oil all over the handle here a couple times in the past to keep it in good shape, but these are nice weighted axes, and this is my favorite for actually making kindling, although you can use it as a splitting axe, though it's not that heavy but it will work, especially if you're like camping or something like that. And I have another one of these, which is called the forestry axe, and it's for like carrying around on your hip and using it if you're doing some timber work. So yeah, my favorite axes. Fiskars, Gränsfors, all Swedish. And we're splitting pine here because that's one of our favorite woods to use for kindling, because it's dry, for one. I only burn dry wood, and it burns fast and hot. So I have to do this in the winter, maybe once a month, because I make a wheelbarrow full, and when the Kuuma is running often as it is, the colder temps, we don't really need kindling because there's always coals inside. And as I reflect here, I'm thinking to myself, since we're followers of at Scope Outdoors, I bet you Matty wishes he was splitting wood in this weather. And I bet his wife there, Kelly, is wishing she was down in this neck of the woods too. Which she could be. Don't want to cut my thumb off. Be careful. My brother almost did that when he was a kid with an axe, a little hatchet. I don't know, I think he was less than 10 years old. I don't know how he got his hands on the thing, but he had to go to the emergency room and get sewn back up. A lot of the time kindling for us is this size, mixed with a few of the smaller pieces like this, to
together with a little bit of paper, newsprint type of paper, it starts our fires really easily. And then because the Kuuma Vapor Fire 100 furnace is all automatically controlled with a computer that opens and closes the damper, it's really easy to start. Somebody had commented on one of my last log splitting videos that it wasn't really homesteading. And in the modern age, what is homesteading? Well, I think it's a combination of things. Kind of center around trying to be as sustainable as possible. And you know, with all the creature comforts that life affords us today, which they didn't have 100 years ago, there's no real need to do without some of those things. But if you can, you know, live your life where you're living in moderation, then what the heck? I say go for making your life easier. So, you know, we heat our house with wood, but we have a heat pump too. So if the Kuuma Vapor Fire stops working for whatever reason, we have a backup. But we also save electricity because the heat pumps don't work really as well as the wood furnace. When it gets really cold, like 9 degrees Fahrenheit, their efficiency starts to wane a bit. That's where this thing shines. And the heat we get from it's really nice. It's nice, slow, steady heat that emanates from the floor registers. Never really blowing hard, but just permeating the house. It's really nice. Whereas the heat pump blows at about 1,000 CFM or more a minute. I don't know what its spec is on the fan on the high speed, but you know, you can hear the thing whooshing in the house. Not so with the Kuuma. And look who's back. Jack. Hey Jacko. You come to help me? You want to help? Here, look. Want it? Look, Jack. Here. Ready? Come here. You want a stick? Do you want this stick? Look. Look, take this stick. Say, yeah, that's a small stick. I like small sticks. Woo! Who's a good boy? Says Diesel. Diesel's a good boy. I don't want my gloves to blow away. And so, yeah, I think that's what homesteading's about. Trying to have a smaller footprint on this planet. Just use what you need to use. And so we grow our own food. Somebody asked, do we do those things? Yeah, we do. We've got vegetables going in the summertime. Sweet potatoes, onions, garlic, tomatoes. One of my faves. Beans, green beans. A couple of different varieties. We keep bees. At least my wife does. It's not my jive, but I get it. We get honey from the bees. And What else are we doing around here, Jack? Eggs from our ducks. We got 5 khaki Campbells. We got 14 guineas, 14 chickens, two roosters, so they're just taking care of the hens. Hey, Jack? Yeah, that's right. And some other guys wrote in when I was doing the other splitting and said, hey, put it in a tire. I have tried that, and if I got like high production, then I do. I've got a old tractor tire over there. I actually like bending over to pick the stuff up because, well, it's exercise. So I think homesteading takes a lot of different forms and formats, and we're just living one format, and others who go totally off grid are living another. Well, that's a harder life, which I think I probably could have done a lot more readily if I was half the age I am now. Oh, got some ants here. Now the chickens will get them later. Ants just fell out of that. They're cold. Oh, we're smashing them up. Sorry, ants. But to another guy who wrote in as well, and I thank everybody for the comments, who said, oh, he's probably just chopping wood that he had delivered. You're absolutely right, dude. I delivered the wood with my tractor that I went out into the forest and probably spent several hours chopping up and hauling out, bucking them in the forest, putting them in the front end loader and carrying them back over here and then splitting them into firewood. So yeah, it was delivered by yours truly. Because as long as I've got 34 acres of mainly forest, I don't need to bring the wood in. Anyway, I love doing this work. Even though I miss sometimes. Then you got to find the right balance here. There we go. Boom. So I'm making more long form videos on YouTube because, yeah, I think it helps the channel. Don't know why that works that way. Something to do with the algorithm, where people, well, YouTube likes it because they can put the ads in there, I guess. And with the shorts, they can't do ads. So I get it in that regard. And well, they're a private enterprise who needs and wants to make money, so I get that. That's probably good. Hey, Jack? Bigger than kindling, but it'll work. Kuuma doesn't care, does he? Peace.